from BugeyeGuy.com. This week we're working on this lovely leaf green Bugeye, which we've pulled the engine to change the transmission and do the clutch and a number of other miscellaneous repairs. But what I want to show you on this video, I thought you might find interesting to look at this floor pan, because it doesn't look too bad. This is in fact the correct factory gusset, but the closer you look, you start to see some of the old issues that are now becoming a little bit more of a problem. So you're right under here at the pedal box for the driver's side, and this is an old fiberglass patch here which is delaminating, and you're actually looking up at this red material which is probably something under the carpet above, but that's what happens. It's a chronic issue. This is the gas pedal mount here, so you're looking at, you know, brake and clutch would be about here, and this is where the weakness is. So what needs to happen is this patch would peel off here pretty easily. That's the fiberglass, and then here is the cross member that would be right under your thighs as you're driving the Bugeye, and the rust extends into this area here. So you can see, unfortunately, this is due for a repair. It's making the car lighter. Now, one of the challenges with these floor pan repairs, we've done a lot of them, but they still, you never really know what you're getting into until you start cutting it out. And this is the flange here from the rocker panel, and this union here has started to delaminate, and as a result we have a fair bit of rust in this area here. Okay, so now you see that the more you pick, kind of, the more mess you make. So unfortunately, some more work is going to need to be done, and then again, it's hard sometimes to know where to stop, because this was also repaired presumably about the same time, and it's a little more solid. So we might be able to stop right about here, but until you cut out the floor, it's very hard to know. And there's a subcomponent to this conversation is really the front of the rocker here, and you can see this was repaired. This is probably a new rocker, but unfortunately you have an opening here which is allowing crud to get in there, and yeah, unfortunately something dented this portion of the car, and it stretched this and opened this hole. To try and do some forensics here, if you can imagine that this got pushed in and it pulled this inboard, and then you start to have more of an opening, more voids, and so realistically it would be nice to repair that and seal it all back up, and then try and straighten it out and get back to a point where you could weld in new sheet metal and rebuild this floor again so that it's good for another 50 years. So here's the jack plug leading into this. Yeah, we have quite a bit of old rust that's in there, and then actually there's a hole as well at the top of this cross member here. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, that silver is the covering that goes on that cross member right across here. When you get it, you've probably seen that cockpit trim feature, and you're looking right up through the cross member at that, so that should really be rebuilt, and that's probably what we'll tackle next here at BugeyeGuy.com.